Introducing first your skate riot project. We have number 9, Vampira, 113, Sid, 12, Soccer Blue, 247, PMS, 25, Zombie Cat, 300, Leonidas, 45, Ammunitia, 574, Axel, 58, Siren, 59, Squeezer, 7, Skatey Katie, 808, G's Louise, 84, Jaws Breaker, 88, Miss Murder, and 925, Evil Twin.
And then today for Orange County, we have 025, Air Force One, 110, Dulce Calavera, 143, Snacks, 1974, Belladonna, 23, No Pinky Promises, 25, Lynn Danger, 2662, Vicky Mouse. Where am I at? 316, Super Dynamite, 33, Shenanigans, 37, Terror, 38, Molly Cannon, 43, Crabapple, 5391, Peter Pan, 73, Midlife Crisis, 796, Dewey Decimator, and number 86, Anya Blindside.
And introducing our officials, we have Sweet and Sour Candy, Nitorious, Male Boom Stacy, Kit Ruff, Wolfgang, Michelin Scar, Ms. Behaving, Wicked, 80 Gig, and our on-skates officials, Hate Bit, Reffy, Just a Bill, Razor Cat, McWinkle, Manasar, Phoenix, and Akko Ray.
Yeah. All right, starting us off today, we have for the Orange County, we got 8-6 on your blind side. And for SRP, we have 574 Axel. Just about 20 minutes before the start of the game. 20 seconds. I can read, I promise.
It's so hard having them turned away because I cannot hear myself coming through the speakers, so you don't know how loud it is.
Yeah, you're good. It's done. Countdown's done. And there's our starting whistle. Got 5 seconds. And here we go. Axel going along on the inside of the track. Gets lead jammer right away. On the blind side having some trouble. Went along the outside, but then ended up getting recycled back. Is now out of the pack, about half the track behind. Here comes Axel for a scoring trip around the track. Gets 2 points and calls it there. That is SRP with 3 points and Orange County with 0.
Next up, taking the track for SRP, we have Evil Twin wearing the star going up against number 25, Lynn Danger. Both jammers attempting to take that inside line, meeting heavy resistance. Lynn Danger is your lead jammer with Evil Twin right behind, about 30 feet difference. We have a fast pack of these blockers. SRP staying up front, forcing that movement. And Lynn Danger goes ahead and calls that jam. That's going to be 2 points going up for Orange County. That brings us to a tie game heading into our third jam.
Now for our third jam, we got number 3-3 Shenanigans for Orange County and number 1-2 Soccer Blue for SRP. And here they go. Soccer Blue looking to go up the middle, moves on along to the outside. There's a little bit of pile up on the blockers for Orange County, giving Soccer Blue the opportunity to break out, get lead jammer position. Shenanigans also now out of the track, about a quarter of the track behind Soccer Blue, as Soccer Blue comes in to score some points here. That's 2 points for SRP, bringing them up to 4, and Orange County did not score any. They stay at 2, heading into our next jam.
Axel is once again going up against Anya Blindside, jamming for Orange County. Looks like both sets of blockers starting up front and sinking back at that 5-second call from our jam timer. Anya Blindside getting caught up front, and Axel is out as your lead jammer. Hearing a call from the officials. It looks like a directional call on one of the Orange County players. Beat her pan going to the box. Axel is through on her first scoring pass. Anya Blindside still being held in that pack on her initial. Axel goes ahead and calls that jam as another Orange County blocker is sent to the penalty box. That is going to be pack advantage heading into this next jam in favor of Skate Riot Project.
And it looks like we have an official timeout. They are not around. Hang on, I got you. For just a moment here, we're going to shout out our sponsors, 888, elevating derby safety standards with cutting-edge technology. 187 Killer Pads, industrial strength material, unmatched ergonomic design, and unparalleled excellence. Today, our penalty box is brought to you by Night Owl. They have a message that says, our goal is to provide superb New York-style pizza by the slice and smash burgers within a warm and eclectic atmosphere served by a friendly and welcoming staff. Do you have a business that we can promote? AZRD offers several types of sponsorship opportunities, from sponsoring a single game to our upcoming tournaments and various events.
It looks like we were just having a little bit of technical difficulties that we are getting sorted out, and we'll be heading back into the action momentarily. In the meantime, let's hear it for these skaters out on the track. That's what Nat said was there was a connection issue. Thank you. Skate Riot Project's third base coach, doing some moves for everyone's entertainment.
For the sake of being pedantic, would that not be the second base coach?
Look, that's just what we call it, okay?
Hey, whatever.
I play roller derby, not baseball, so I don't actually know anything about that.
All right, after our technical difficulties, we're back in the game with Evil Twin jamming for SRP up against 2-5 Air Force One. Air Force One having some trouble going to try and find a break on the outside. Evil Twin going up through the middle and manages to break out. 316 getting a cut track call, being sent to the box, and pardon me, that is Lynn Danger jamming for Orange County. And Evil Twin calls it there.
For those of you here in person with us, just a reminder that we do have a food truck outside, all cooped up. They will be here until 6 p.m. for all your food needs. We have Soccer Blue wearing the Jammer Star 4 Skate Riot Project going up against number 3 Shenanigans. Pack advantage to Skate Riot Project with one Orange County blocker in the penalty box. But Shenanigans is out as your lead jammer. Soccer Blue right behind and quickly gaining.
If there was ever a jammer I'd want tailing me, it would not be Soccer Blue.
It would not be Soccer Blue. And Shenanigans calls it for 1 point for Orange County, but Soccer Blue able to pick up 2 for Skate Riot Project. That is going to bring our total score, it looks like, to 16 Skate Riot Project, 3 Orange County.
Coming up next for Skate Riot Project, we got 8-8 Miss Murder up against 8-6 Anya Blindside. There's the 5-second call. Anya Blindside looking to try and garner some advantage right out the gate, but Miss Murder breaks out and gets lead jammer before turn 1 even happens. Miss Murder coming up for a scoring trip there at turn 2 as Anya Blindside breaks out. And Miss Murder calls it there, scoring 2 points, leaving Orange County pointless for this jam. Score now 18 for SRP and Orange County 3.
Very fast moving game today. We have Evil Twin for Skate Riot Project jamming going up against Lynn Danger. Lynn Danger attempting to hit those inside-outside. Evil Twin going down the middle, and Lynn Danger is your lead jammer. Evil Twin still stuck in that pack and pushed out of bounds as Lynn Danger is coming up on her first scoring trip. Meeting heavy resistance from the Skate Riot Project blockers. Skatey Katie, Vampira, and Zombie Cat holding up the front. Some offense from Orange County. Lynn Danger forced out of bounds to have to recycle all the way to the back. Evil Twin takes a little bit of a tumble. Still on that initial trip. And Lynn Danger is out for 4 points for Orange County. Evil Twin being pulled all the way to the back. Lynn Danger in for a second pass. That's going to be 8 points total for Orange County. A successful star pass to Skatey Katie, who is now your active jammer for Skate Riot Project. Right as Lynn Danger comes through on her third pass and calls it off before Skatey Katie is able to join that pack and score some points. Holding Skate Riot Project pointless. Lynn Danger able to pick up an additional 3 points for 11. That's going to bring our score to 18-14.
And now up next, we got Soccer Blue for SRP up against Shenanigans for Orange County. And there's the 5-second call. Soccer Blue going straight up the middle. Shenanigans looking to find some space along the outside. Soccer Blue manages to muscle her way through, gets lead jammer at Shenanigans. Not terribly far behind, only about a quarter of the track. Soccer Blue now rejoining the pack and grabs points, calls it there. Well, went to grab points, did not, but called it there. That is a 0-point jam. We stay at 18-14.
It's a big old goose egg.
Big old goose egg.
All right, taking the track now, we have Axel going up against Anya Blindside. It looks like we have a pretty similar jammer rotation for both teams here. Anya going for that inside, Axel pushing the middle, forcing that pack forward. Lots of whistles. Looks like we've got a forearm call for Miss Murder. Axel is your lead jammer. And Anya is out now on her initial pass as Axel is fighting to pick up some points and calls it off before she is able to pick up anything for Orange County. That's going to be 2 points going up for SRP. We have an official timeout. This next jam, we will have pack advantage to Orange County with one of the SRP blockers, and it appears to be the pivot in the box.
The Night Owl penalty box.
For our friends visiting us here in person, please make sure you check out our merch booth. We have all kinds of new designs and merchandise available this season. Designed by some of our very own skaters.
All right, now coming up next we have Evil Twin jamming for SRP, but it looks like there was a false start.
It was a false start. That whistle was to end the official timeout. And it looks like one of the results of that timeout was in regards to the Orange County jammer. It appears they were incorrectly sent to the penalty box and instead will be swapped out for the SRP jammer. That means heading into this jam, we will have a power start for Orange County.
And that was the whistle to end the timeout. And now after an official review of accidentally sending the wrong jammer to the penalty box, we have Lynn Danger in a power start. Lynn Danger now breaking through, getting lead jammer. We'll see if this is the opportunity that Orange County has been waiting for to put up the numbers in what seems to be a game of inches so far. And we have a cut track on 110 Dulce Calavera. Lynn Danger coming around for a second trip. Looking to get another 4 points for Orange County. It looks like we have Axel back on the track now and has broken through. Lynn Danger calling it there with what looks like another 4 points. That's 8 total, bringing Orange County to 22, and SRP stays at 20 for a lead change.
Heading into this next jam, we have pack advantage going to Skate Riot Project. There is one Orange County blocker in the box, but they are standing and will be rejoining us shortly. We have Shenanigans wearing the star for Orange County going up against Soccer Blue for Skate Riot Project. Both jammers trying to take those inside-outside lines. Soccer Blue recycled all the way to the back of the pack. And is now your lead jammer as Shenanigans also gets recycled to the back by Zombie Cat. Soccer Blue approaching on their first scoring pass. Big hit from number 4-3 Crab Apple, knocking Soccer out and recycled to the back. And Shenanigan is out on her initial pass and eligible to score. And Soccer Blue being called on a track cut, going to the box, making this is a power jam in. And it looks like we have an official time out. I'm seeing some hand signals go up, and we may be looking at an official review. Yep.
If I were to put money on it, I feel like that was confusion on whether or not the Orange County jammer was able to call that one off.
I believe so. We will see here shortly. Have you been following our posts on social media? Make sure you give us a follow on Instagram at AZ Roller Derby for all the juicy details of what we are up to. And also shout out to our wonderful Twitch followers who are watching the stream. We appreciate you too. All right, we have the results of that official review in for you. Orange County was seeking a review stating that the SRP jammer was unable to call it off due to a cut track penalty. However, after reviewing with our officials, the call will stand. Our SRP jammer was in position and legally able to end the jam, and they will not retain that official review.
I was really close, but I still would have lost money. All right, for this next jam, we got 8-6 on your blindside for Orange County going up against 5-7-4 Axel for SRP. Looks like a little bit of a pile up there, but it got organized there before any low blocks were called. And we have a forearm call on 110 Dulce Calavera for Orange County as Axel gets lead jammer.
If there's one person I don't want to be stuck behind, it's Ammunitia.
She is a monster out there.
It is soul-sucking, I can tell you from experience.
On your blind side, having some trouble getting through, was looking to make a pass, but didn't actually get through at this point. Axel now on a second scoring trip around the track. Calls it there, sneaking in 2 points before Orange County could get any in. That is, I believe, 6 points for SRP, bringing them up to 29 as Orange County stays put at 25.
That means we have another lead change. This has been a tight game. We have Evil Twin jamming for Skate Riot Project going up against Lynn Danger for Orange County. Lynn Danger knocked out of bounds, recycled to the back. Lynn Danger is your lead jammer while Evil Twin is still stuck at the back of that pack. Looking for a potential star pass. And Skatey Katie tosses the jammer cover back to Evil Twin because it was not a legal pass. Excellent game awareness from Skatey Katie, preventing a penalty call as Lynn Danger is on a scoring pass, looking to pick up an additional 4 points. Being held back by Siren and is through. That's going to be another 4 points going up for Orange County, meaning we have another lead change. Skatey Katie is out as the active jammer, but Lynn calls it. Sitting real pity calling that jam before Skatey Katie can come up and pick up any points. That looks like 2 more for a total of 10 points for Orange County.
35.
That's going to be 29 Skate Riot Project to 35 Orange County.
And another lead change going into this jam as 3-3 Shenanigans jams for Orange County up against 1-2 for Soccer Blue for Skate Riot Project. Both jammers looking to go up the middle. Soccer Blue trying to find any space on the inside or outside of this nasty triangle from Orange County. It manages to find some purchase. And that is a back block call on Shenanigans, now making Soccer Blue our lead, and a power jam for SRP. Soccer Blue looking to try and get through this third turn, but having some trouble behind a wonderful triangle brought up by Orange County. After some assistance from her teammates, manages to get out, and that is 4 points for SRP. And Shenanigans now back on the track. And we are now getting an official review for SRP. We'll see how this shakes out in moments.
Do you have a junior aged 8 to 17 that's interested in roller skating or roller derby? Looking for an alternative sports experience for your child? Join our AZRD Juniors. Practices are held on Sundays in Mesa here at the Broadway Recreation Center, and you can visit ArizonaRollerDerby.com/juniors for more information. All right, we have the results of that official review. SRP was seeking an additional penalty for the Orange County Jammer not exiting the track quickly enough after that call. Upon review, the incorrect team name was being called, and so the no call will stand, and the official review is not retained. Miss Murder jamming for Skate Riot Project going up against Anya Blindside, who is your lead jammer. Miss Murder being recycled to the back. Anya Blindside trying to fight through those SRP blockers at the front. We have a successful star pass to Axel taking over as jammer for Skate Riot Project, as Anya Blindside is still on her first scoring trip and calls it just as Axel approaches the pack, holding SRP scoreless.
And at the very tail end there, Miss Murder looking like getting a forearm call. Now gives an advantage to Orange County as SRP has a blocker in the Night Owl penalty box. Jamming next, we got 2-5 Lynn Danger for Orange County up against 9-2-5 Evil Twin. Both 2-5s. How cool is that?
Both jammers caught right in the same spot. Some very effective one-on-one blocking happening from Orange County. From Vicky Mouse. Evil Twin finding themselves stuck here at the back of the pack. Lynn Danger pushing that pack forwards.
And Miss Murder now rejoining the track.
Looking to hit some offense to help Evil Twin through. Lots of split pack happening here. For those unaware, the pack is defined by the greatest number of skaters from both teams. So when it gets stretched out like we're seeing here in this jam, and we hear those officials calling no pack, those in the back must speed up, and those in the front must stop actively blocking. Lynn Danger recycled to the back by Miss Murder. Evil Twin also to the back. We do still not have a lead jammer. And I spoke too soon, the announcer's curse. Lynn Danger is your lead jammer with about 10 seconds remaining in this jam. And that'll be 2 points going up for Orange County. SRP scoreless this jam. That brings our score to Orange County Roller Derby 40 to SRP 33.
Jamming next for SRP, we got 1-2 Soccer Blue up against 3-3 Shenanigans for Orange County. 3-3 manages to break out right there at turn 1 and gets lead jammer position as Soccer Blue is having some trouble getting through. And we have a penalty called on 113 Sid Vicious for SRP. Soccer Blue makes it out as Shenanigans breaks out with 4 points, calls it there before Soccer Blue could come back around. That is 4 points for Orange County, bringing them to 44 points to SRP's 33. It's finally starting to get some distance between those two numbers.
Axel and Anya Blindside once again facing off against each other on that jammer line. We have pack advantage going to Orange County with the SRP pivot, Sid Vicious, in the Night Owl penalty box. And a little tumble from Axel on your blind side, getting recycled to the back. And Axel is your lead jammer. Some fancy footwork, a little twinkle toes from Anya, and is just under half a track behind Axel. Sid Vicious back on the track. We now have an empty penalty box. Axel takes a tumble, picking up 1 point and calls the jam. That was a very fast-moving pack. I am tired watching them.
I don't even have a realm of possibility in which I could be moving that fast on those skates. What I do have a realm of possibility in is knowing who's jamming next, and that is 2-5 Lynn Danger for Orange County up against 925 Evil Twin for SRP. Evil Twin looking to go straight up the middle, but finds some space along the outside. Gets lead jammer. Lynn Danger not too terribly far behind. Only about 10 feet as they both come back around for a scoring trip around the track. And Evil Twin getting a point and calling it there, bringing SRP up to 35. Orange County stays at 44.
That was some excellent screening work from Orange County, getting their jammer out right behind, forcing that call off. We have Soccer Blue 1-2 jamming for SRP, going up against 3-3 Shenanigans. Soccer Blue recycled to the back while Shenanigans is pushing that pack forward. Soccer Blue now up front. The pack breaks up and Soccer is your lead jammer. Shenanigans is still in the back. Oh, we had a little attempted jammer on jammer defense. And Shenanigans is through off her initial scoring pass. And Soccer Blue calls the jam, picking up 3 points for SRP, slowly but surely closing that point gap. That's going to bring us to Skate Riot Project 38 to Orange County 44.
Sid Vicious at the very tail end there getting a back block call, so SRP will be starting this jam with one blocker down. We have 5-7-4 Axel jamming for SRP up against 8-6 Anya blindside for Orange County. And here they go. Anya finding a fantastic gap in the middle there to get all the way there to turn one, while Axel is stuck behind a nasty triangle, still fighting her way. And looks like a penalty was called.
Multiplayer called on G's Louise, going into the box just as Sid Vicious is standing. Axel is out.
We have Anya blindside as lead jammer. Axel about half a track behind. Anya blindside calling it there at turn one. Picking up 4 points for Orange County, bringing them to 48. SRP stays at 38. 10 points between the two.
Orange County working hard to widen that point gap. We've got Lynn Danger jamming for Orange County, going up against Evil Twin for SRP. Both teams have a blocker in the box, so we have an even pack. Lynn Danger meeting resistance in the form of Skatey Katie, pushing towards the front. Evil Twin caught in the back. G's Louise has rejoined, and it looks like Orange County's blocker is also rejoining. Lynn Danger is out, and your lead jammer. Evil Twin still at the back. The successful star pass to Skatey Katie, who is now out as the active jammer for Skate Riot Project. As Lynn Danger calls the jam, picking up 2 points for Orange County, holding SRP scoreless.
Coming up into this jam, we got about 2 minutes left in this half. We have 3-3 shenanigans for Orange County up against 1-2 Soccer Blue for SRP. There's the 5-second call. And here they go. Soccer Blue looking to try and find some space along the inside of the track. Shenanigans getting caught up there as a pileup happens. And Soccer Blue manages to get lead jammer as Shenanigans overtakes almost immediately, calls it before anybody could get any points. We stay at 50-38 with 2 big old goose eggs.
Big old goose egg, gang. Soccer saying, I am not going to race you. Wise decision. We have Ms. Murder jamming for Skate Riot Project going up against Anya Blindside. I do believe this is the first time these two are going up against each other. Both starting out trying to get through that middle. Heavy resistance. Lots of falls. And Miss Murder is out, but Anya backside is right behind. You could say she's on Miss Murder's blind side. And Miss Murder calls it, says we are not going to race. I am not going to let you pick up any points.
And that is now intermission. You got about 15 minutes to get up, stretch your legs, hit the restroom if you need to. There is a food truck outside that you can go and visit and get some fantastic chicken strips.
Or you can check out our merch table. We have merch designed by some of our incredible skaters, as well as check out our juniors concessions to help out keep our juniors skating. We will see you back here in just under 15 minutes. Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test.
Ayo, ayo, ayo.
Test. Was it just a chord? Love it.
I was like, this one has no sound coming out of it at all. And then I went, bloop.
Yeah.
So that's
speaker wasn't plugged in all the way.
that's why I was confused, because I'm like, I definitely was hearing you guys when I didn't have the headphones on. It's because that one was working and that one was not. So, are those our only two speakers?
Yes.
We're good.
Well, it's because the lady came and she goes, "Are you guys gonna do commentary for this one?" And
Right.
we're like,
Dog, we've been doing commentary this whole time.
"This whole time."
All right, well, that's a good reminder for the AV team to double and triple check the connections on the cables.
Gaby's the one who set that up too.
Oh no. Well, it is also possible that someone may have stepped on the cable.
Well, because it was fine for the first game, so I bet.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I bet someone must have stepped on the cable.
Yeah, I bet it got.
Okay.
I bet it got bumped.
It is. Huh? Oh, your head hurts? It is loud in here.
No, it's not that. It's ever since that first hit where I hit the.
Oh, you
hammer,
did? Yeah. Are you good?
Then I kind of went like this, and like I recovered, but like literally I felt it go all the way out. Like I don't think I had a concussion, but I got rattled.
Is that the one where you went down and didn't immediately pick up?
I didn't get down. I didn't go down. This was early in the game.
Oh, okay.
No, the one where I didn't get back up. I don't know who. I think it was Naughty. Was like, if you don't get up, they're gonna end the jam. I'm like, fuck it, end the jam.
I need a minute.
I'm like, I need a fucking minute. That's fucked up something in my hip,
Oh,
like my hip and my back. Like the way I landed was not good.
I don't know.
Because I was trying to twist to not land on the person in front of me. And so I think it just.
Twisted wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard the news, but it'll get announced here soon. I am the content creation manager for AZRD now. So,
Hey, oh, an excellent choice.
I am excited. I don't have access to all the accounts I need access to just yet, but that's a work in progress. I basically just said, like, we should probably just focus on that after the game this weekend, and then we'll...
Yeah, let's get through this.
But I already have a bajillion ideas to bother everybody with. So that's going to be fun.
Yay.
Yeah,
I was like, look, I'm happy to help with ideas and film and stuff.
If you got ideas, send them my way.
I'm like, I just don't have the capacity, because Morph talked to me about it, and I was like, I just don't have the capacity for it.
Yeah.
To like actually be in charge of something.
Well, the nice thing is too is that it seems like a lot of the responsibilities are going to be shared.
It's going to be a lot of delegating and stuff.
Well, it's not even necessarily delegating. It's that a lot of the responsibilities, at least on the social media side of things, are going to be split between myself, Morph, and the social media manager.
Yeah.
So we're going to share a lot of the responsibilities. There are like exclusive stuff, but there's less of that.
Yeah.
And I've already suggested that once we get out of the game this weekend and have some time to meet up, we're going to make a Trello board.
Oh, yeah.
So that way we can track, because that was my number one concern when I was told that we have a lot of shared responsibilities. I'm like, this is going to be a nightmare if we don't know who's working on what.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we need to get a Trello board so that way when you look at the board, you can see exactly who's working on what and what's done and what's not. So, but yeah, I think that's my number one priority is for us to get that going. And once we have our efficiency changes in, that's when we can start actually making like different changes to like, oh, we're cross-posting now. And
well, I know there's also been a lot of issue with Morph just being able to get access to things and reading stuff.
There's been issues between Instagram and Facebook, unfortunately. So. I'll also give you the good news. I'm officially the content creation manager for AZRD. also leverage my proximity to people like Morph to push for other champions points. I think it's other improvements we can make to get us going a little bit better.
Oh.
Fingers crossed. Well, it's mostly on the social media side of things. Like I noticed, just like, oh, we're posting stuff to Instagram Reels, but we could just be also posting those to TikTok at the same time because same same format. Why wouldn't you? There's different efficiency changes. Like now that we have multiple people working on the social media platforms, like doing stuff like a project management board rather than relying solely on Discord chats is a big one.
Trello is.
I've used Trello before. It's really good.
I use Trello for trip planning.
Yeah.
Like all kinds of stuff.
I don't know what that is.
We did an 8.
It's basically like a big board where it's like, this is what needs to get done, this is like what is being done, who's working on it, all that stuff, in just like one big page.
We had like 8 of us went to Japan, and so we had a big Trello board so we could organize who wants to go to these things. Are we going to go together? Who's doing rail passes? Who's
Yeah.
doing that? Like all that stuff.
Alright, looks like we got another one.
And on back up. Hard to tell. A minute some.
And 2.
All right, there's the 1 minute mark before the second half. Our score currently Orange County with 50 points, SRP with 38 points. It is still anyone's game as we move on to the second half of this derby match today. We've had an incredibly close game up to this point. Jams scored in inches, not miles.
Feels like they've skated miles at this point, though.
They have to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so much skating going on. There has to be at least a mile.
So many laps.
Regardless, we got 8-6 on your blind side for Orange County up against 1-2 Soccer Blue for SRP. Official whistle to start this half and the 5-second call. And here they go. Soccer Blue looking to go up the middle on your blind side. Getting pushed out by Soccer Blue along the inside. Gets recycled back behind the pack. On the blind side manages to get out, but Soccer Blue gets recycled back by Super Dynamite. Neither jammer making it past the first turn here. A pretty sizable matchup for both jammers. Pia managed to get on the blind side off the track and recycled back as Soccer Blue gets lead. Jammer is coming back for a passing trip around the track, or a point scoring trip around the track. Soccer Blue almost making it through, but gets recycled back way behind before turn 2 here. Anya still having trouble with that monstrous triangle from Zombie Cat, PMS,
Siren.
and Siren. That's the end of that jam. SRP getting 4 points, bringing them up to 42. Orange County, big ol' goose egg. They stay at 50.
Number 2-5, Lynn Danger going up against 5-7-4 Axel for Skate Riot Project. We have an empty penalty box, so we've got a full pack heading into this second jam of the second half. And Axel out right away, right at turn 1. Lynn Danger still meeting resistance in the form of Squeezer and Miss Murder. Knocked out and recycled back. As Axel is working through the pack on that first scoring trip. That's going to be 4 points on the board for Skate Riot Project, while Lynn Danger is still on that initial pass and is now out and eligible to score as Axel approaches on that second scoring pass, picking up a couple more points for SRP before calling it. Holding Orange County scoreless, picking up another 3. That'll be 7 points total going up for SRP. That's going to bring us to 49 SRP, 50 Orange County, just a single point separating these teams.
And at the very tail end of that last jab there, SRP's jammer got a penalty, which means 3-3 shenanigans for Orange County will be starting in a power jam. The pack starting way far off from the jammer, but the jammer making up for that distance using Super Dynamite to break through. And here we go for a scoring trip around the track and makes it look easy. There is 4 points for Orange County. SRP's jammer now standing and rejoining the track as 3-3 shenanigans goes for another scoring pass. Ooh, and gets pushed out along the outside by Skatey Katie and recycled back behind turn 1 there as Axel now heads in to score some points for SRP. And with that, Shenanigans calls it there. Getting another 4 points for a total of 8, bringing Orange County to 58 points. SRP sitting at 48.
Soccer Blue jamming for Skate Riot Project, going up against Anya Blindside for Orange County. Turn the music down. Perfect. And Anya Blindside able to sneak on through that inside line as your lead jammer, Soccer Blue, about a quarter of a track behind. And Anya Blindside slicing right on through, picking up 2 points, holding Skate Riot Project scoreless. It's going to bring us to 48 Skate Riot Project, 60 Orange County.
Now jamming next, we got 5-7-4 Axel for SRP up against 2-5 Lynn Danger for Orange County. And the 5-second call. And here we go, Axel looking to find some space along the inside. Lynn Danger going straight up the middle, but gets caught behind a triangle by SRP. Axel working through her own, almost makes it through, but ends up getting a little tripped up. But actually gets all the way through. Axel now the lead jammer. Lynn Danger not too terribly far behind, about a quarter of the track. But gets called on a cut track, and now we have a power jam for SRP. Will they be able to make up the difference here. We'll see that's 3 points for SRP as they call it, bringing them to 51 points to Orange County's 62.
SRP making the decision to go ahead and set themselves up for a power start in their favor. That'll be Evil Twin wearing the star for Skate Riot Project. Big offensive sweep from Skate Riot Project on that inside line to get Evil Twin out just before turn 1. Those SRP blockers really maximizing the time of that power start. And Evil through, barely touched at all for 4 points for SRP. Lynn Danger is standing now, will be rejoining us shortly on the track as Evil Twin comes through on their second scoring trip. Lynn Danger is now back on the track, being held back by that full SRP blocker contingent. A little bit of a scrum here heading into turn 3. Lynn Danger able to take advantage and get out on her initial pass, and Evil Twin goes ahead and calls it, picking up an additional 3 points for a total of 7. Slowly closing that score gap, taking us to Skate Riot Project 58 to Orange County 62.
That's one pass away from tying the game here. We got 3-3 shenanigans for Orange County up against 1-2 Soccer Blue for SRP. SRP showing some outstanding offensive blocking on that last jam.
Blocker 316 getting obscenely low.
Both jammers getting knocked off
Both
the track and
knocked
recycled
out.
back.
Soccer Blue being held in the back, but is
Orange
able to
County
fight through.
Looking to try and keep Soccer Blue from gaining any ground there. As Shenanigans breaks through and gets lead jammer. Soccer Blue trailing about 10 feet behind. Orange County picking up 2 points and then calling it. Revised to 3 points, bringing Orange County to 65. SRP stays at 58.
We have number 574, Axel, wearing the star for Skate Riot Project, going up against number 86, Anya Blindside. Both jammers pushing to the outside. Anya Blindside is knocked out by Miss Murder and caught in that tripod, while Axel is pushing that pack forwards. Axel pushed out of bounds, but able to come right back in and get a no pass, no penalty, meaning that she is not the lead jammer. And Anya Blindside was able to pick up lead jammer status and call that jam.
All right, now coming up for our next jam, we have 2-5 Lynn Danger for Orange County up against 925 Evil Twin for SRP. The 5-second call. One blocker is posting up at the far end of the track there, giving both jammers a little opportunity to make some headway before they crash into those triangles. Tripods, as I am being revised. And what tripods they both are, as both jammers are caught before the first turn here. We have 1974 Belladonna rejoining the track for Orange County. We also have 4-5 Ammunitia for SRP rejoining the track now. And see if these added blockers will make any difference as we head here into turn 2. Still with no lead jammer. And Lynn Danger gets lead jammer as Katie gets the star passed and is now the active jammer, and they call it there before anybody could score any points. 2 big old goose eggs.
Number 1-2 Soccer Blue jamming for Skate Riot Project against number 3-3 Shenanigans for Orange County. Just over 18 minutes remaining in this half. And a slow start from both jammers. Trying to feel out those blockers. A little bit of a tumble and some twirly footwork. Unfortunately does not work out for Soccer Blue and heads to the penalty box for a track cut penalty, meaning this is a power jam in favor of Orange County. Shenanigan is out, however, is not lead jammer due to a SRP blocker going to the penalty box for a track cut. That'll be 4 points going up for Shenanigans for Orange County. And Soccer Blue is now out as well after rejoining. Shenanigans is through. And then a forearm penalty being called on PMS. We have a little bit of a penalty box tag in, tag out going on for SRP here. A big apex jump from Soccer Blue, putting points up on the board for SRP. 3 points going up for Shenanigans. We have a no pass, no penalty. What that means is a skater was not in a legal position to be passed when Shenanigans went through, so will not get that point.
Direction on 4-3.
A direction right there at the end on Orange County, number 4-3 Crab Apple. Means we will have pack advantage for SRP heading into this next jam. Looks like we had 11 points for Skate Riot Project to Orange County's 15.
And right now we have an official timeout being called. All right, and that's the end of that one. We have Orange County at 80 points, SRP at 69. 8-8 Miss Murderers jamming for SRP as 8-6. Anya Blindside is jamming for Orange County. Both jammers looking to find any purchase that they can. Anya Blindside finds a good spot right up the middle, gets lead jammer, but Miss Murder is only about 10 feet behind. As both jammers and every blocker are skating as fast as they can down this track. Anya Blindside making some outstanding speed on there and gets 1 point, then calls it off. That brings Orange County up to 81 to SRP's 69.
Small correction, looks like Orange County actually picked up 2 points on that. Heading into this next jam, we have for Skate Riot Project number 925, Evil Twin against Orange County's 25, Lynn Danger. Lynn Danger out as lead jammer. Evil Twin recycled to the back. Vampire hitting Lynn Danger to the outside on that scoring pass. Evil Twin taking the star off for a potential star pass if she is able to get up to Skatey Katie. We heard a no pack call. Looks like a successful star pass to Skatey Katie as Lynn Danger approaches the pack. We have an Orange County blocker going to the box for a failure to reform, it appears. Lynn Danger picking up 4 points there, holding SRP scoreless. Orange County will be starting with 1 blocker in the box. And that is a team timeout for Skate Riot Project. And we would just like to shout out our sponsors, 888, elevating derby safety standards with cutting-edge technology. 187 Killer Pads with industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, and unparalleled excellence.
That should have been a call. That should be an official review because that jammer got out because they whipped on him. That's not legal. What do I know?
And there's the 5-second call. We got 5-7-4. Axel jamming for SRP up against 3-3 Shenanigans for Orange County. Axel going up the middle and getting pretty far now, almost breaking out at turn 1 as Miss Murder gets 3-3 recycled back to the very beginning there. Axel getting a penalty and now headed to the Night Owl penalty box. For a high block, we have a power jam for Orange County. Let's see if they can put more distance between them and SRP as it stands. But Shenanigans having some trouble getting through. Gets a big block from Squeezer and recycled back. Is now behind Squeezer and Miss Murder. Shenanigans working for every foot that she can get. Still having some trouble getting through, though. We have Axel now rejoined on the track. Axel almost broken all the way through, but caught behind Dulce Calavera and gets all the way through. However, not the lead jammer, seeing as had got a penalty earlier this jam. Shenanigans giving it everything in the tank left. Looks to make a pass, but there's only about 15 seconds left in this jam. And there's 4 points from Axel on the board now. And we have, I believe, a high block on one of SRP's jammers. The score now, 73 for SRP, picking up 4 points to Orange County's 90.
Heading into this next jam, we have pack advantage going to Orange County. We have 2 SRP blockers in the box. Soccer Blue jamming up against Anya Blindside. And on your blind side is your lead jammer with Soccer Blue just about 20 to 25 feet behind. Jeez Louise has rejoined the track. We have a very fast pack here. Just a little bit of a blocker race going on. And Anya Blindside goes ahead, picks up 2 points and calls it. But not before SRP is able to clear their penalty box. So we will have 4 blockers for both teams heading into this next jam.
And jamming next, we have 2-5 Lynn Danger for Orange County up against 7 Skatey Katie for SRP. I believe Skatey Katie's first time starting as a jammer this game. Lynn Danger going straight up the middle, getting caught behind a tripod there before the first turn. And Lynn Danger gets out and is lead jammer. We have a multiplayer call on SRP's pivot as Lynn Danger comes in at the first turn here trying to score some points for Orange County. Not before is met by Zombie Cat before the full pass is over. Skatey Katie now out ahead of the pack, looking to make a scoring trip. Not before Lynn Danger can calls it, getting that 4 points for Orange County. The score now 97 to 73.
All right, we have Axel as your lead jammer for Skate Riot Project. 33 Shenanigans is also out, about half a track behind Axel. Axel on that first scoring pass picks up a couple points and goes ahead and calls it. That's going to be 3 going up for SRP. Orange County held scoreless. Heading into this next jam, we have number 8-6 Anya Blindside going up against number 1-2 Soccer Blue. A wide spread from the blockers, particularly for SRP. I am. Yeah. And Anya Blindside out right away as your lead jammer. Soccer Blue being recycled to the back of the pack. And on your blind side, getting met with resistance from those SRP blockers. Being held up front by Zombie Cat. That pack being bridged out as far as it can be. Soccer Blue still on that initial pass as 4 points go up for Orange County. We have now passed the century mark for Orange County in the score of 101. Soccer Blue able to fight through and is now on her first scoring pass, as Anya Blindside is fighting through on her second. And she opts to go ahead and call it. Picking up an additional 4 points. SRP held scoreless that jam. That's going to bring us to Skate Riot Project 76 to Orange County 105.
All right, and now jamming next, we got 7 Skatey Katie for SRP up against 2-5 Lynn Danger for Orange County. And here they go, both looking to make their way up the middle. Skatey Katie trying to find some purchase along the inside And Lynn Danger breaks through on the inside, getting lead jammer. Skatey Katie getting recycled back from Belladonna. Lynn Danger now making a scoring trip as we pass the star off to Evil Twin. Evil Twin now jamming for SRP. Here comes Lynn Danger looking to make a second scoring trip, but calls it there. That is 2 points to SRP, bringing them up to 78. And 7 points to Orange County, bringing them to 112.
Number 574, Axel. Arm wrestling, the jammer for Orange County, number 33, Shenanigans. Not sure who won on that. SRP calling a timeout. Potentially to review Axel's arm wrestling technique.
It seemed like they were both up to shenanigans. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. And with that whistle, we got a little bit of a pummel happening from SRP to get Axel out as lead jammer. Shenanigans forced to the outside. Hearing a forearm call, and it looks like the Orange County blocker is going to be sitting for 2. It looks like an additional penalty was picked up. Axel is through her first scoring pass for 4 points for SRP. Shenanigans still on that initial pass. And is through now. As Axel coming through on her second scoring pass. Shenanigans coming through for some points. A big tumble to the inside of the track. It's like a back block call being called on Squeezer. Axel approaching the pack on her second scoring pass. And calls it. Orange County picking up 4 points. 1 additional point for SRP on that last pass by Axel for a total of 13 points picked up, bringing Skate Riot Project to 92 to Orange County's 116.
Got just about 3 minutes left in this second half here. We've got 1-2 Soccer Blue for SRP up against 8-6 on your blind side. Soccer Blue trying to make their way up through the outside, but on the blind side gets out before they do. A little bit of jammer on jammer action from Soccer Blue coming into the turn 4 as all the blockers just start moving. An extraordinarily fast track going on right now. Squeezer rejoins the track. And it seems like they're really just trying to run out the clock here. On your blind side, picking up some points. A full 4 for Orange County. Soccer Blue also picking up 4 for SRP. As on the blind side comes around for a second scoring trip around the track and calls it there at turn 1. A little bit of a pile up, but caught by her teammate. That is 4 points for SRP to 6 points for Orange County. The score now looking like 122 for Orange County to 96 for SRP.
We have Evil Twin number 925 for SRP wearing the Jammer Star going up against number 25 Lynn Danger for Orange County. Lynn Danger hopping from line to line trying to find an opening, meeting resistance everywhere she goes. Evil Twin stuck on that outside line with a little spin. And with a little spinaroonie, Evil Twin is your lead jammer. Lynn Danger still being held by those SRP blockers and has found herself at the back of the pack as Evil Twin approaches on a scoring pass. And Skatey Katie pushes Lynn Danger out of bounds and recycles to the back. It's Evil Twin coming up, picking up some points. We have the Orange County pivot going to the penalty box, giving a pack advantage to Skate Riot Project. And Evil Twin goes ahead and calls it after picking up 3 points. And SRP calls a timeout. Which means we will have one more jam, it appears.
All right, coming into what I believe to be the last jam of our game here. We've got 574 Axel for SRP up against 86 on your blind side for Orange County. On your blind side crashes her way through at the turn number 1, is now coming for a scoring trip around the track. As Axel just manages to break through, has the whole track to catch up. On your blind side, working through and calls it there at turn 2, picking up 3 points for Orange County, 1 point for SRP. Going to be waiting for that official game-ending whistle here before we give you the final score.
And with that rolling whistle, that is the end of our game. Our final score, Skate Riot Project 100 to Orange County's 125. Orange County Roller Derby is your winners of this game. Those of